Last month I showed off 4 WiiWare titles in an effort to showcase what the little service could offer. However, this month I'll be looking at the most prominent service on consoles, the Xbox Live Arcade. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Xbox Live Arcade month. How many more of these months am I gonna do? The XBLA was one of the biggest driving forces when it came to downloadable games on consoles. The titles that it offered was part of what convinced me to get an Xbox in the first place. And for the first week, we'll be looking at one of the biggest titles the service has to offer. Limbo.
Limbo is without a doubt one of the darkest games I have ever played, in more ways than one. The game opens up on a dark forest as a silhouette of a young boy wakes up. You start controlling the boy and soon enough, everything wants to kill you. From bear traps, to spikes, to pits, to other kids, to even a giant spider. While it's never explained in-game, you are actually looking for your sister, and as you traverse the giant, uncaring landscape, you get the message of how small and insignificant you really are compared to the rest of the world. The imagery conveyed on screen is like nothing I've ever seen before. The absolute grim settings and the grotesque death scenes. Trust me, in your first playthrough, you will die. A lot. The situations involving the spider are my absolute favourite. Nothing else in this game gives you the same amount of dread as being chased by a giant spider. There are also these creatures that latch onto your brain and set you on auto walk, and it sets up one of the game's best moments. The controls are NES simple: move, jump, and action. The platforming is treated realistically as if you were actually a little boy performing these jumps, with him clamoring to get up to a ledge and falling from a height will most likely result in death. Most of the game's focus is on puzzles. At the beginning it's mainly just timing your jumps, but as you get further and further in you see things like gravity changing machines and magnets. The problem with Limbo is that the game really gives you no hint as to how to complete some of the levels, especially during the latter part of the game. The developers expected us to figure it out for ourselves. But this is how this generation works. This generation works by trying for 15 minutes, getting frustrated, looking up playthroughs on YouTube, and then responding with either, "Oh, of course," or "How the fuck was I supposed to figure that out?" While I won't spoil it, the ending since the game was first released has been met with criticism and a whole lot of debate. It's clear the ending was left as open as possible for interpretation. While the game does have flaws, there is nothing I can say that won't ever be recommending this game.
Limbo is a very unique, very intriguing game. My only real gripe with it is that it's way too short, clocking in at about 4 to 5 hours. As well as the XBLA, it's also available on the PS3 and through Steam. Unfortunately, no Wii version as the Wii is unable to render 3 shades of grey. Just another flaw in the Wii's design, I guess. But if you're the kind of person who likes to have physical copies of your game, then may I recommend the Xbox Live Arcade Triple Pack. This disc does not just contain Limbo, but also 2 other great XBLA games, in Trials HD and Splusion Man. You can find a new copy on Amazon.com for about $6 to $8. And with postage, that's what? 1.5 games for the price of 3? It's definitely worth considering. Well folks, I'm Enigma, and we'll see you again next week.